The residential school in Masquachese was one of the biggest in Canada, with more than 500 students. Willie Littlechild was one of them. He was forced to live here after being taken away from his family. He was also forced to endure physical, emotional, and sexual abuse.
Tried to run away from that, I suppose, the pain of the abuse. Potato field here. The rink was right in here. We used to set it up and flood it in that.
Instead of running, Willie skated.
Friday nights at the school, they would show a movie. And every Friday night, as soon as the light went out and the movie was going to start, I would sneak out, pair of skates on, and just go and skate in the dark at an outdoor rink at the school, and just skate and skate and skate.
Willie became a great skater and a great athlete, starring on teams as a young man, and eventually playing for the University of Alberta Golden Bears. But while pursuing a degree in physical education, Willie walked off the team and back to his reserve, which prompted a call from legendary coach Claire Drake.
And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I quit school. I couldn't handle the racism and so on." And he said, "Willie, we have a practice at 5:30 and you better be on the ice." So I went on the highway right there, hitchhiked back, and haven't looked back since.
Willie has had a lot to look back on. He became the first status Indian from Alberta to become a lawyer. He helped draft the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, received the Order of Canada, was the first Treaty Indian to serve in Parliament, and headed the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada.
When I think back about the difference from my residential school life to what I do now and what made me succeed, it was the sports. They found us in a bin. So they phoned me, "Do you know anything about a Northlands hockey stick?" In particular, hockey. I always say it really saved my life, because I could have been beaten up on Bow Street or 97th Street in Edmonton at the time. Maybe stabbed to death or drank to death or drugged to death. I don't even want to think of the options in terms of what was there at the time, but sport was also always there, and that's where I ran to survive.
Willie says these are dark times for Indigenous people in Canada, as the tragic stories of residential schools dominate the headlines.
Racism still exists. Prejudice still exists. And in some cases, it's hatred.
But there is a way for us to unite.
We have to work together in order to achieve the peace and friendship that we agreed to do, actually, among our ancestors.
And Willie knows there will be a lot of work to do and a lot of pain. He says they're planning to uncover the cemetery at Masquachese, but he hopes everyone in the country will support each other to get us through these difficult experiences and fight for the right values, and like him, never give up.
We can't give up. We can't give up on racism. We can't give up on hatred. We can't give up on crimes that are being committed. I had a coach who used to say, "Quitters never win and winners never quit." So if we want to win this challenge of peace and friendship, then we can't quit.
Willie Littlechild is a star for life. If you know of others who are using lessons from the game for the greater good, email us at office@hockeyedmonton.ca. This is Graham Neal.